Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Moxie Infernape, and this is my battle for Week 3 of Season 6 of the National Pokeball League. We are in the Majors now. As you hopefully know from the video I posted a couple days ago. This week I'm going up against Toge and his Arizona Carvanhas. And Toge, as you guys probably know, is a very good player in League format, so this is definitely going to be a very tough one. But I mean, pretty much everyone in this whole league is insane, so there are no easy weeks, and this season is going to be ridiculously hard. This is my first official week, in this league now in Week 3. Week 2 I did sub for Joey, and I played Toge, and I actually beat him. Although I probably shouldn't have won, because if Toge didn't misclick at the end, I would have lost. But it's still a close game regardless. So hopefully I can get another close game versus Toge here, and maybe pull out a W this time. Or I mean, I did last time, but maybe pull out a more legitimate W. This team now, I put more thought into it, because, now it's my team now. I'm not just subbing for someone for, 1 week. It's my team, and I've put a lot of thought into this, and I felt pretty confident going into this game. I did not get any mocks I was trying to do. Just times didn't work out, and, it didn't happen. It's alright, though. So yeah, first, I'll probably have a screenshot of Toge's team on the screen, and possibly my team as well. Facecam should hopefully be in the corner, so that will be pretty cool, but I'll just read off Toge's team, which is insane. So he's got Clefable, Weavile, Mega Venusaur, Thundurus T, Gothitelle, Lucario, Tentacruel, Bronzong, Haxorus, Asphodel, and Minior. So big threats this week, definitely Lucario and Thundurus T. I think those two are the main two, as Thundurus T gets a lot of coverage for my team, and I'm just like Thunderbolt plus Grass Knot for Powdon, and then HP Ice, that hits a lot of my team, and I definitely expect a Scarf Thundurus, so that way he can outspeed my Mega Pinsir and check that effectively, because outside of that, his team's just does not do well with Mega Pinsir. He does have Bronzong, which can switch into it and check it pretty well. I could see it being Colbur to help it take a knockoff. Maybe Rocky Helmet, something like that. Maybe Lefties, one of those three most likely. But I feel like Colbur on the Bronzong is very possible. Thundurus T is just very scary, as I said. Lucario, really just fighting and ice coverage hits most of my team for super effective damage, or at least for very good damage, especially when his fighting stab hits really hard. So that's really scary. I could see that thing being scarfed, potentially, to outspeed things like Latios, and, well, I mean, he has E-speed, but I don't know, help him outspeed things like Aerodactyl, like a Dugtrio, Salamence, not allowing to be checked as easily by Ditto if I bring it, which I actually am, as you guys can see here. So those two are big threats. Mega Venusaur is just kind of fat. I do have things to deal with it in general. Clefable, I feel like will bring the Steel Berry, because I have a lot of Steel types, and also I have 2 Dragons that can bring potential Z moves, so these Steel moves could be scary for the Clefable. So I definitely see that thing bringing a Babiri Berry. That's very possible, and I will assume that it is Babiri until I see Lefties or something else. Weavile is just always scary. I do have Klefki, which can help me versus Weavile, but outside of that, Weavile does a number to my team, so that's going to be scary. Gothitelle is always scary because it can trap stuff, and while I can deal with it decently, I don't know, Goth is still always scary just to see on someone's roster, because you have to prep for it, and you have to put some kind of thought into it with, at least, well yeah, really with all your mons, it doesn't just trap something and just set up on it for free, because Goth can be really scary in that regard. Other mons, Haxorus can be scary. I think I can deal with it and check it, but it still can be a threat. Tentacruel can spin, Bronzong, Toge get rocks, Minior could be a threat with Shell Smash. I think I can deal with it. I don't think it'll come, but it still could be a threat and something just to think of, and just to be aware of. But I'll just go over my team now. So as you can see, we got Mega Pinsir here. We got Shrek'd, as in get Shrek'd. We have Faint, Return, Knockoff, and Substitute. I thought about putting rocks on this thing. Even though I have, I think, in total 4 Stealth Rockers on this team, on this roster, it was still very hard to find something to put rocks on this week. Even though, I have 4 Stealth Rockers on this roster, or I have Heatran, Hippo, Mega Pinsir, and Aerodactyl. So yeah, I have 4, potentially even 5 because I have Ditto, so. But still, it's just very hard to find something to put rocks on. I ended up finding my Heatran, which you guys will see that set later, but I don't know. I really wanted rocks for the Thundurus T. Because I need that thing either dead or really low so I can kill it with a Faint. But yeah, so Knockoff's just nice coverage for Bronzong, Faint, and Return, Stab. I want Faint so I can out-prioritize a Lucario or maybe Weavile going for Ice Shard, stuff like that. Then Sub is nice, so if something is I can either sub on a switch or something that has lowered a special attack or something that won't be able to break my sub, which I'll show you guys how I will lower something special attack in a bit with my Latios here, which has Memento, but yeah, so you guys will see that. So I can maybe sub against something after Latios goes for that. So that could be cool, or just sub on a switch. Also allows me to sub. If he maybe subs, or I can sub and switch into Thunderous, or if he switches into sack off Seismitoad or something, or just something like that. I can sub and switch, knock whatever that thing is out, then he can bring up Thunderous, and he'll have to break my sub, and I can get a hit off against Thunderous there. So that's the thought process there. No speed, outspeed his Haxorus, which is the fastest thing, or no, the Thunderous Tape, which is the fastest thing below me. That's the thought process there. Next we have Ditto, just Choice Scarf. I thought about going maybe Yachi Berry, help me check Thunderous, but I thought, I don't know, I still want to be Scarfed for like Lucario. That thing could be Scarfed, but even if I'm Chopal, that won't help me because that thing hits so hard. I don't know if it OHKOs me, but like Lucario's pretty frail, so I'm not going to be able to take a close combat too well, even if I do with Chopal, so I figured I think Scarf's just the best option overall, as it usually is, and almost always is with Ditto. So it helps me check Thunderous. Can help me with Weavile, maybe Haxorus, if that thing sets up. I don't need to worry about it too much. Scarf Haxorus could be scary, but I do have my Klefki to stop it from Dragon Spam, which is pretty nice there. Maybe I can switch into maybe Bronzong or something, and then copy that thing set, and maybe I get Stealth Rocks with that, or just scout something else to set. So it was nice to have Ditto this week, just to help me check things, and just as a kind of safety valve in the back for some stuff. Yeah, then next we have Locked our Klefki here, because it's kind of well, yeah, it was a weird name, because it's kind of the opposite of like what it is, because it's like a keychain, so you get your keys and you unlock something, but I don't know. But like Locked was I don't want to say a cool nickname, it's weird, but I don't know, I just went with it to go with it. We have Magnet Rise, Spikes, Flash Cannon, and Metal Sound. One thing I did not realize is it does not have 100 here, it only has 85, so I couldn't miss them. Let's hope I hit them. But yeah, so lefties just help me get health back. This thing essentially is meant to switch in Weavile and check that thing. One thing that could be scary is he'll probably go for knockoff and switch in, which means he'll get rid of my lefties, which means, you know, Klefki's not going to be able to get any health back, which that's scary. This thing is a nice check to Clef. It could carry Flamethrower or HP Ground. More so, I'm worried about Flamethrower / Fire Blast. They'll probably carry Fire Blast because he, like most people, is bad and doesn't realize that Flamethrower is better. But yeah, we have almost Max Fizz almost. Our speed is just, I think, Creepy Mega Venusaur. Enough Spadef to, what was it for? I can't remember what the Spadef was for. It was, I think so. I live 2 Flamethrowers from the Clefable with my leftovers. If he's no special attack, I think that's what it was. He could carry Fire Blast, but like, let's just hope and assume that he misses one of those 2, right? Right, okay, cool. Metal Sound's nice, so Clef can't set up on me, and like Gothitelle and stuff, it's nice for that. Flash Cannon is the best stab, I feel like, it's better than Dazzling Gleam. I could have carried that as well, and carried Dual Stab, but I felt like it's nice to have Magnet Rise, so I can, you know, kind of wall, not necessarily wall, but I can not be hit as hard by things like Bronzong, because that thing could carry Earthquake, and I feel like he will. Maybe Seismitoad, maybe Mega Venusaur, stuff like that could carry ground moves. And Spikes is nice for most of his team. Really everything barring Thunderous, it's nice for. And then I guess Bronzong and Minior, but outside of that, Spikes are nice to help chip things down like Lucario, which I will need weakened, so Mega Venusaur can feint that thing, and then I won't have to take an extreme speed from that. Next, we have my Latios with Psyshock, Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball, and Memento. Baltimore Braviaries, this thing is meant to switch into Thunderous T here. It could be Scarfed, but with my HP investment there, I can live the first Dark Pulse and then live another, assuming that he will outspeed and does not flinch me. Let's hope he doesn't. So I can take like 35, or like, no, less than that, like 30-ish% from the first Dark Pulse with my Colbur. The next one I'll take like 60-ish. I mean, it'll do a little more than that, but I can still live as long as rocks aren't up. But that's if he is Scarfed and does go for the Dark Pulse on the switch in, which I don't know if he'll go for Dark Pulse. Maybe Volt Switch or like HP Ice or something would be, I don't want to say a better play, but something that he might go for instead of the Dark Pulse. Yeah, Psyshock's just a nice stab. Hits things like Clefable, you know, Mega Venusaur, Thunderous, stuff like that. Draco, good stab, hits Weavile. Shadow Ball hits Bronzong, I don't want to be totally walled by that. And then last I have Memento. That is so I can, if I'm up against maybe Clefable and I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to switch into Klefki, or I feel like it's a good situation to sack off Latios, I can do that. And bring in Pinsir and set up a sub in which Clefable will not be able to break it with a Moonblast. Flamethrower, I think, still does at -2. But I don't know, I can go for that maybe against Goth or something that is a little more bulky, maybe like Tentacruel, something that's a little weaker, and then can hopefully not break a sub if it's at -2, so that's pretty nice there. No speed outspeed Thunderous, so thing's meant to check that. Thunderous are very scary. I want to get that thing either gone or really weakened so that Mega Pinsir can do work. That is essentially the plan of this team here. Next we have our Slowking. This thing is meant to kind of just check a bunch of stuff, you know, switch in if it needs to, take a hit, dish out some damage, switch out, get some health back. That's the plan here with Slowking. It can switch into Lucario pretty well, barring a Crunch. He could bring Crunch. I feel like he'll definitely bring Close Combat, and I think it's very likely he'll bring Ice Punch. The last 2 slots are, I don't know, kinda, could be a lot of things. He could carry Crunch, could carry E-Speed, Bullet Punch, possibly both of those. I think he'll go for one of them, possibly both though. He could go Magnet Rise even with like a Powdon, or maybe Dugtrio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he could go Magnet Rise, could go Sword Stance, Agility. A lot of options there for that, but if he does not carry Crunch, Slowking can wall that thing pretty well. Then I have Psychic, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball is my coverage. I feel like I did not need Water Stab. It's maybe nice for Minior or, I guess, what else? I don't really need Water Stab versus team. Like, Ice Beam still lets Minior, and I have coverage at most of his things super effectively. I mean, I can't Clef too well. That's something that's a little scary, but I have Psychic over Psy Shock because I feel like more of his, yeah, like the Pokemon that I'm going to be hitting with Psychic, I feel like they're going to be more physically defensive for the most part, like Clefable, Mega Venusaur, potentially Seismitoad. I don't think Seismitoad's going to come. I think Bronzong's more likely to come as a Stealth Rocker, but still, yeah, Psychic's just nice. It hits a little harder, and then with this special attack investment, I think I 2-hit KO Mega Venusaur. It's like max HP, max F, but like bold. But I can 2-hit KO with the Psychic, which is nice. And Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball is just good coverage for his team, as I said. I'm speed keeping the Bronzong just a bit, just in case, because why not? You know, it's not too many EVs here in speed that I have to invest, so I figured might as well do it, because it could be very helpful to outspeed it. Maybe I can kill it, and then not allow it to get a rocks or something. Then this defense, yeah, I had this HP. This is so I think I can live any one hit from a Thunderous T, even like a Specs Thunderbolt, I can still live. If it's modest, I live it. If I'm at full, then the defense, I think it's just the rest just thrown on there. Helps me take hits a little better from like Lucario, maybe Haxorus if I need to, or like a Bronzong. So it's nice to have this thing here to check those mons. Alright guys, I'm back. Not sure what happened there. The audio, I thought it got messed up, but apparently it didn't. It was fine, so we're just going to keep on going. I think I was just getting towards the end of Slowking, talking about him and that cool set there. So yeah, that's about all I have for Slowking there, so now let's move on to Heatran, my Stealth Rocker for this week. Originally, in these last 2 slots, it was really hard for me to choose what I wanted. I had Salamence. Originally, it was a cool set with the Flyinium Z, with Fly, Crunch, Earthquake, and Draco. It was just a nice wall breaker and hit really hard, and it was a cool set. But I ended up changing it for Slowking and Heatran. I also had Powdon, Dugtrio. I think just those 2. I don't think I put Aerodactyl or anything on the team. But I went very back and forth a lot towards the end of this team building process, and I wanted to have Salamence on this team, but I ended up just taking it off, and it didn't make the cut, which is unfortunate, because Salamence, it could have done well in this game. I don't know. It was interesting. Like, against some mons that he brought, it could have been nice, but against some mons that he brought, it would have been checked and would not have done amazing, like Weavile, you know, Clefable potentially. Thunderous T could check it and outspeed it. Yeah, he doesn't even need to be Scarfed to outspeed me. I'm assuming that he'll be max speed, which I feel like he will be anyways. So I don't know, Salamence was cool, but I didn't end up bringing it in the final cut of this team, I guess. But we have this cool Heatran set here, which has Stealth Rocks, and also has Taunt, Magma Storm, and Flash Cannon. The Firium Z, I don't know, the Fire Z Crystal, you know. That's so my Magma Storms can hit pretty hard. It'll do a lot. I believe a Z move, Magma Storm plus a normal Magma Storm will 2-KO Mega Venusaur. That might be depending on the spread, but I believe it 2-KOs most Mega Venusaurs barring like max F, which is nice. Taunt is helpful to stop like Bronzong or Seismitoad from getting rocks. Flash Cannon is just good stab, hits Clefable, even though I think he will carry the Braviary. It'll still hit it pretty hard, which is nice. If I can get rid of the berry, I can hit it pretty hard, which is nice there, as I said. Hits Weavile, hits, just good stab, just good dual coverage there. Good dual stab for the coverage. To hit all of his team there, or most of his team. I can't really hit, like, Tentacruel or Seismitoad. I can't really hit them too hard, but that's okay, because I can taunt them or just switch out and do really slow King and take advantage of those two. I have a bit of speed, that's just to creep Mega Venusaur there. A bit of Spadef. I forget what that was for. I think the HP investment was so I can live an Earthquake from a no attack, neutral attack nature of Mega Venusaur, I think. Then max special attack and Modest, so I can hit pretty hard with my 2 attacks there, and then just the rest in Spadef. But yeah, that's the team there. I felt pretty confident going into this game. Not like insanely confident, but I felt better about this team than last week versus Toge when I had Joey's team. So hopefully it'll work out for us this week. Hopefully I can get my first real win with Gator's team here and get off to a 2-0 start. So we are inheriting that 1-0 record. Toge is 1-1 going into this game. So this should be a fun one. But I'll see you guys in just a second with the battle. Here we go, boys. I am back with the battle, and it is pretty hype. So as you can see, as you should know from my team builder already, I am bringing the Mega Pinsir, Ditto, Klefki, Latios, Slowking, and Heatran. So Toge brings most of what I expect. He brings Bronzong, Weavile, Lucario, Clefable, Tentacruel, and Thunderous T. So interesting things to note from his team. He did not bring Gothitelle, which I thought was going to come, but it makes sense why he didn't, I guess. Like, it was kind of on the fence. I mean, it makes sense all the mons that he brought, so I'm not really questioning him there. And he also did not bring Mega Venusaur, which, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, because even though Mega Venusaur is a mon that you bring to almost and possibly every game, this was a matchup that it didn't do great in, because I have things like Latios, Heatran, Salamence, Aerodactyl, and most importantly Mega Pinsir, so I have stuff that can check Mega Venusaur in that regard, so it makes sense why he didn't bring it, but I thought it still did have some value in this matchup. Didn't bring Haxorus or Mini-Orb, I didn't expect too much, and then did not bring Seismitoad, which makes sense because he brought Bronzong, which most likely has rocks. It could be a Clefable though, I don't think so, it'll probably be Bronzong, but yeah, so my plan lead was either going to be Slowking or Heatran. I did opt for Slowking in the end, because barring a Weavile lead, it does well against really everything. Even against a Thundurus, I can take a Thunderbolt pretty well. Now, I don't like chew it, but it does a little over half. Then I can do like around 2/3 to around 3/4 to him with an Ice Beam, which is nice, and then I can switch out and get health back on Slowking. So that was the plan there if you led Thundurus. And Slowking, it has a pretty good lead. It has a pretty good lead matchup against everything on his team, barring Weavile. So I expect him to just click Thunderbolt, maybe Volt Switch here, as he clicks Nasty Plot, which is scary. So I go for the Ice Beam there. I expect it to do, I think the roll was like 69 to 78 or something like that. It was supposed to do a little more if he was max speed, max special attack, which I thought he would be. But from that damage from Ice Beam, I can tell he is max HP and probably max special attack, and from that Thunderbolt damage, he is max special attack and modest. So I thought about going into Ditto there, because then I can trace him, and then I'll beat him, and then I'll be able to take that Thunderbolt, and it'll do nothing. So I thought about going into Ditto, but I thought he might Dark Pulse or HP Ice, predicting that, and I do have my Colbur on Latios, so I can live the Dark Pulse, and I can still live in HP Ice, so I thought about going into Ditto there. I kind of wanted to. I thought it would be kind of obvious, so I didn't think he would just click Thunderbolt, but he did, but I ended up chewing that pretty well. Not chew, I don't chew it, but I do live it, which that's important. So here, I wanted to Psyshock or maybe Draco. I thought Clef were coming, but I make what I think was a pretty good play here, and I double into my Klefki, thinking he'll go into his Clef, and that worked out pretty well. So here I go into Clefable just to scout if he does have Flamethrower, and just scout what he's going to do here. I think I'll switch probably into like Tentacruel or something, or maybe like, yeah, maybe Thundurus here. So yeah, I think he does switch, and he goes it back into Thundurus. So I scout his Clefable set here. So I saw he has Moonblast, HP Ice, it was HP Ice for me, because I had the HP Ice IVs to deal with his Thundurus. And then, what was it? Calm Mind and Soft Boiled. So it was probably HP Ground for my Heatran, which makes sense. So, interesting to note, but he's not Flamethrower, so that's good. Probably HP Ground, so he can still hit Klefki for pretty good damage, but not Flamethrower or Fire Blast, so that's cool. So I think I just go for the Moonblast there. I do a decent chunk, not really, but he's not lefty, so he's probably Colbur. So good to note. So I do go into my Slowking here, as he does to set up rocks, like I thought he would. A little unfortunate that they are up, but it's manageable. So here, I think I go for Ice. No, I go for Psychic, because that'll still kill the Thunderous. Goes in this thing. I thought it'd be physically defensive. I think this revealed that it's somewhat specially defensive, so yeah, you know, still just good information to have, good to note. So we go in my Klefki here as he starts calm minding, like, that's scary. But I do my metal sound, so as long as I hit them, we are all good. We're all good. We're all in business. It's fine. So I go for metal sound. I switch into Thunderous. I kind of thought he might try to stay in because he didn't know I had that, and then also because, you know, he could maybe set up on me if I didn't. But he ends up going into Thunderous. I guess predicting a potential T-Wave there. So that makes sense, I guess. But yeah. So here, I switched out here, I believe, into Ditto, thinking he'd Thunderbolt, maybe a Nasty Plot, but actually no, I wouldn't copy that because he goes after I switch in. But he does Thunderbolt, which heals me up. So here, this is a very tough play. This was a pretty big play. So, okay, I thought, okay, obvious play is Dark Pulse. Actually, yeah, his set, I saw his full set here is Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, Grass Knot, and Nasty Plot. So, I saw his full set here. So, I thought, okay, obvious play is click Dark Pulse, knock him out. I have speed, I'm Scarfed, I know he's not, so I can just knock him out with Dark Pulse. But I thought, no. He could switch into probably Clef, if anything. And it'd be nice if I Thunderbolt on the switch because I'll 2KO the Clef. So I thought Thunderbolt 2KOs that thing. So if I can predict the switch into Clef or whatever he brings in, probably Clef, that'll be really nice because then he doesn't have a great Thunderbolt switch in. I guess he could bring this thing back in, but it'd still be nice to get that good damage on the Clefable there. So it was a tough play. It was a tough, situation. I ended up clicking Thunderbolt, and he stays in, which really sucks, because he can just go for Dark Pulse. It does a lot to me. And since I'm Scarfed, I'm locked into Thunderbolt, which sucks, because I wanted to just sack off Ditto there, because I'm dead to rocks, but I don't want to heal his Thunderous, so I just switch out into Klefki, chew the Dark Pulse, and I take it pretty well. Then I switch back out into his Thunderous. I thought he might Nasty Plot here, or into my Ditto, I mean. I thought he might Nasty Bot here, but I didn't have much to stop it, as he does Nasty Bot. It makes a smart play. So here, I can bring in my Latios, which can kill this thing with the Draco, so I decide, I'm just going to go into it. Click Draco. If you go into Clef, you go into Clef. I can go into my Clef key the following turn. So I go for Draco, and I miss. Thanks, Latios. I'm not Life Orb, I'm Colbur, so I most likely did not OHKO. I'm not certain of his spread. He might have had enough HP to where he definitely did not OHKO. He was not sashed, but he was Life Orb, as we'll see in a moment. But still, that damage would have been really nice, because at least then it would put it in range to where he most likely dies to his following Life Orb hit. So in that case, sorry, let me plug in my laptop here. In that case, then, it's good to have that thing gone, or it is really low, so it'll die to spikes or rocks if I can get them up. So missing that Draco was unfortunate. I'll talk about it more after the game and kind of describe my thoughts after the game. So here, I thought I made a bit of a misplay. Afterwards, I thought maybe not. I kind of thought he'd do that. I was hoping he'd just click knockoff. I tried to switch in my Klefki there. Yeah, so I ran the calc, and I thought, okay, well, I can live that. But that was not if it gets doubled, because I switched. So if I did stay in, I believe the calc was 31 to 36%, so it was not in my favor to live. I needed a pretty low roll, so either way, I was probably going to die there. But still, maybe I think I should have stayed in and just try to click Draco and kill him. But it is what it is. I mean, then I'd be in range to die to rocks either way. Yeah. So and a knockoff would kill me if I did stay in. So that's why I tried to switch out into Klefki and hope he does not have the pursuit, but he did. So I brought in my Klefki here just to threaten him out. I click spikes because he's not going to stay in. I know he's going to go into this, and I can't do a lot. So maybe I should have metal sounded on that switch in turn, but I did just go Flash Gun here, get off some chip damage. And I thought this was in range of where a knockoff from Mega Pinsir would kill. And I know that since he is max HP, max special attack, he's no speed, and my Mega Pinsir will outspeed as a normal Pinsir. So we're gonna, wait, didn't they? Wait, yeah, they changed that mechanic this gen anyways, didn't they? I think it did. Yeah, it didn't matter, actually. I would have outspeed him anyways, I guess. Oh, I forgot about that. Whatever. So either way, I do outspeed with my Mega Pinsir here. So I thought knockoff would kill from that range. But when I calced it, it was just max special attack. I did not have the HP investment in there, because the normal set is max special attack, max speed. So I took out the speed, but I didn't put it in HP. So when I put in the 252 in HP, not sure if that was his exact spread, but it is something close to that, I think. Then I saw, oh crap, knockoff doesn't kill. I still don't have another play to make, so I have to just bring in Pinsir, click knockoff. I hope I either kill or get a crit or something. I knock off, he lives, Thunderbolts, and knocks me out. I had a Tardy Berry, which was kind of cool. I guess for like a rock move from Hippo, which was kind of cool to see. So I go and do Heatran. I thought I was going to be able to live it. I thought the roll was in my favor, then I realized, oh wait, crap, rocks. Then I think I might have still been able to live, but it was very low, like a very low chance of me living, so he just T-bolts a couple more times and knocks me out. And we lose, and we got 6-0'd. Which is not a good start. Not good. Not how I wanted to start things off in the NPL. I was really hoping to impress some people and then make people think, oh, this Blake guy, he's not terrible. They probably think that now. I know some people, like, they still know me, and they know I'm better than this, and even Toge said this was closer than a 6-0, because it really came down to, well, one, me missing that Draco. If I hit the Draco, it would have been a 5-0. And two, I lost a 50-50 with the Ditto. In hindsight, it was my better play to go for Dark Pulse, because of what I was risking. It was huge, like, it was a big risk, because if I got that wrong, and if I Thunderbolted as he stayed in, which he did, then that was very bad for me. It was detrimental, and kind of fucked me out for the rest of the game. I mean, I think at that point I had lost once I stayed in with Ditto and clicked T-Bolt. Once I clicked T-Bolt and he stayed in. And if I clicked Dark Pulse, then him switching out into Clefable or something on my Dark Pulse it doesn't hurt me nearly anywhere close to as much as me T-bolting as he stays in. So, and also there was not that much to gain from me T-bolting on his potential switch in. It could have helped me a bit in either getting big damage or knocking out Clef or something, but it wasn't as big as him being able to knock out my Ditto. Well, he didn't knock out Ditto there, but like I died with Ditto a couple turns later because I had to switch out into Klefki and then switch back in, sack it off. So that turn was huge because I lost Ditto and my Latios was very weakened, and then it ended up dying to Weavile later. So I did not have my 2 Thunderous checks. If I brought Salamence, that would have helped because Salamence could outsped this thing since I was almost max speed in this, or I would have been almost max speed and this thing had either little to no speed, so I could have outsped this thing. I really thought it'd be Scarfed, and Toge said he was talking to Zazo, and at first this Thunderous was Scarfed, but then Zazo gave him this really cool, bulky, nasty plot set, which at first when I saw that it wasn't Scarfed, I thought, I don't know about that, Toge. I thought really for the whole time while I was building his team, Scarf was the best set he was going to bring, was the best set for him to bring, and I thought it was what he was going to bring. But he ended up bringing this cool Nasty Plot set, which, if he was to bring a set that wasn't Scarfed, this was probably the best set for him to bring. It worked out really well, because the speed tiers on my team are a little interesting. I have a good amount of stuff that outspeeds Thunderous, but then under Thunderous, I don't have much below him. Like, the fastest thing I have under Thunderous is, I think, Heatran, which was not too speedy, so he probably still outsped Heatran there. Or yeah, he did, because I did not have much speed. So, really cool set on Toge's part, so thanks, thanks Zazo / fuck you, man. That was a really cool set, for sure. Probably will be on sets of the week. And getting 6-0, it's not fun. Not good. But, you know, as my man Chumbawamba said, you know, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. So, next week we play Danza. I thought it was Aberforth, but no, my schedule on my page was a little messed up. I believe we're playing Danza, so hopefully we can beat him there. Next week's just really going to be a big one, because if I lose, then it shows, yeah, I'm bad. And not even lucky. I mean, from this game, I was pretty unlucky, so unlucky and bad is a very bad combination to have. But if I can win next week, I'll show people, you know, I'm bouncing back, I'm fighting. It's cool, it's good, we're still alive. We are 1-1 now, -1 differential. Thanks to Gator having a big win the first week, so this 6-0 didn't totally fuck up our differential, so that's nice to have. But, you know, next week, hopefully I can build a little bit better of a team. I feel like I still built a pretty good team. It wasn't amazing, but next week I think one thing I definitely need is to get a mock and really just to see how my team works. Like, it's nice to think, you know, in theory how my team's going to work well in team building, but that's still not the same as getting a mock, in my opinion, and just seeing how it works in actual situations. So it'll be nice to hopefully get some mocks next week for Danza. Hopefully Riz or someone can give me a mock. But yeah, so I think I don't want to keep on rambling. You know, there are probably a bunch of other battles going up today, so hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully, you know, Toge 6-0ing me didn't give you too big of a boner. Maybe it did. I don't know what you guys are into. I promise I won't get 6-0'd by Thunderous T next week. Unless if Toge trades it to Danza, which would fucking suck. But I doubt he will. especially after this game. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week with the battle versus Danza. Hopefully that'll go a little better. At least it can be a close one, and maybe we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I will see you guys then, and bye-bye.